got like a Roblox head, yeah. Hi you guys. So today I am going to be talking about the drama that's happening in the beauty community, and I really do have a lot to say about this and the absolute horrible, disgusting people who are sitting at the top of YouTube with millions and millions and millions of subscribers. I'm just gonna kind of get into all of that today. I do first want to start off by saying that Tati did do a good thing, one good thing on her video, which was monetize it. That is the one thing I will go ahead and give her a shout out on, because I actually tweeted that a few days ago and said, you know, why is it that, you know, Shane came out with an apology video, and I don't want to drag Jenna Marbles into this either, but I mean, Jenna came out with an apology video too, and as awkward as it is to have a mid-roll ad or 5 in an apology video, I think that that would have been so beneficial to, you know, obviously be able to accumulate all that money, because apology videos, let's be real, how many views do they get? Tons of views. So I think that it would have been really wise of Shane to monetize his video, even though he can't now because they took away his monetization or whatever. And then, you know, Tati, she, I think, did the right thing in that sense. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get started on this. And I want to start by saying I do not trust a single person that I'm gonna be talking about today. I don't trust Shane, I don't trust Jeffree, as much as he likes to keep it 100 and keep it real, and he can't be bought, and that's what he loves to preach on his channel, as well as hate and perpetuating racism and you know, shaming people for who they are, and you know, there's various things, but I don't trust any of them. And pretty much my message that I would love to convey today, besides don't forget about, you know, Black Lives Matter, trans people are being killed, and that you should do your research and sign petitions, that trust what your eyes see. Believe when they show you their truths, because we're sitting here and we're watching these people on a screen. We have no idea who they really are. We have no idea what they actually stand for or what they're saying behind closed doors. And that is something that you have to really keep in mind. So I have a novel here. Like, literally look how much is on here. It's literally tons. I want to go ahead and I want to start by talking about the Tati video, because that is the most recent thing that's come out as of me uploading this video. As we know, Shane Dawson came out with his video. He also did this live stream that was what the
because you message drama channels! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What was that? We're gonna go ahead and start with Tati. Tati's video, I think that she did have a lot of truthful things in there, a lot of things that made a lot of sense, and things that I truly do believe. However, I think that she really played that victim. She really wanted to be the victim in the situation, when we cannot forget who the victim was. James Charles. James Charles was the victim. She started all of this. She started the whole entire thing by uploading that Bye Sisters video and just trashing James. What did he lose? 4 million subscribers over 3 days? It pushed him to the point where he was considering doing something that he can't take back. In Tati's video, at the very beginning, if you haven't already watched it, she addresses that she already privately apologized to James Charles and that they're on good terms, and he actually wanted to be there to help her film the video and be in her video. And then she goes on to say that, you know, she also wants to publicly apologize, and she goes, James, I want you to know that I am so sorry. Which may have been genuine, you know, I'm sure it was. I don't think your sorry really probably means much to him when the person who he was literally the closest with in LA, so it seemed, who you said you were a maternal figure to him, and that, you know, he did your wedding makeup and you flew him out and you guys were literally like a family, betrayed him and literally put out on the internet that he was a disgusting person and made disgusting commentary, and that, borderline, I know you said that you didn't call him a predator, but I mean, you really alluded to it. Putting accusations out against him. But anyways, she then went on to play the victim the entire time, essentially. I'm talking about how she was gaslit and manipulated and coerced into making the video, and how she lost so much money and she's now going to be taking them to court. But did you really lose money? Because I'm pretty sure, didn't you sell out of like your gummies? That's a little suspicious to me, but I just really feel like I understand where she's coming from as far as being gaslit and manipulated and all of that, because that is, I believe that 1000%. I could see that happening. I could see that happening from both Shane and Jeffree. But what really kind of irks me is you've had a relationship with James Charles for 5+ years, and you decided to allow two people to get into your head and manipulate you within, you know, a couple FaceTimes, a collab. And something that really rubbed me the wrong way was when she specified that she deleted her video because YouTube said it was a bad look for YouTube.
I only privated my video at the request of YouTube because YouTube said it was a bad look for their platform.
So you didn't feel bad, you didn't feel guilty that you literally just tarnished someone's reputation, pushed them to their breaking point, made them lose 3.5 to 4 million subscribers within a few days period. You didn't delete it because of that. You deleted it because YouTube asked you, because it looked bad for them. Now, as far as who's worse in the situation, I really don't think that Tati is necessarily an equivalent to Shane and Jeffree. So I think that honestly, her past isn't really that bad. I think that her decision to make that video was a huge mistake, and I don't think it should have ever been made, because it made a lot of people make videos, unfollow, tarnish, just really say really horrible things to James. But I do truly think that Tati is not as bad as Jeffree and James, because looking at their past, which I'm going to get into as well, because if I talk about it now, we're getting derailed instantly. They have done really bad and unforgivable things, and one of the two continues to do them. I don't think that Tati has necessarily had a reputation as bad as the other two, so I don't really want to lump her in with them, but I really do think that that was a really bad call, and I think that it was a very big mistake, and I think she's going to have to... I don't think she gets out of this unscathed, and I don't think she should. And I don't think she should get to play the victim either. Like, I get it. You felt gaslighted. You felt manipulated. You hung out with Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. How many times can people on the internet call them out for being manipulative and horrible people? On the plus side, I really do foresee Tati kind of trying to fix what she's done. I think her withholding the things that she allegedly has to present to people and withholding that for a courtroom setting is a very wise idea. I know that people might not like it right now, but if she genuinely is trying to kind of dismantle this horrible thing that keeps going on, and all of the blackmail that Jeffree keeps putting out, and all of just this horrible stuff that keeps happening, if she's genuinely trying to dismantle that and, you know, kind of fight back in the right way, I think she did the right thing by withholding some of the things that she could have released. I don't think that people should continue to get away with some of the things that they keep doing to people. It's really toxic. So I could go on and on about Tati, but I want to go ahead and start switching over to Shane Dawson. Shane and Jeffree are the two that are coming under the most fire right now. As they should. And I'll kind of admit, you know, Shane's older videos, they were really messed up, but honestly, most of that audience did think that they were funny because of their age group. But the difference is, he was 19, they were not. He knew better. I knew better at 19 not to say certain things, not to do certain things because they're hurtful and wrong. And he knew better too, but he still decided to do them because he was getting the reaction that he wanted and the attention that he wanted. However, now looking back, I watched some of those videos again from other, you know, re-uploads, and they're so cringy to watch because I do know better now. And like, it's disgusting to see some of the things that were put out there. Just like, you know, you've seen like the whole Willow Smith thing come up. You've seen the thing with the cats come up. You've seen the, you know, like blackface. He even said in one of his videos, okay, you guys, the word of the day is, and then he blurts out the N-word. It's literally so hard to even watch, like, because it's so disgusting and cringy, and like, why? Why would you ever put that on the internet? Why would you ever think that that was okay? Like, you knew better. Even then. So I know that a lot of people would argue that was all in the past. That was all in the past. He's changed. He's a new person. But if he's such a new person, then why does he continue making money off of documentaries that end in making really bad people look good, or making good people look bad, or putting people in situations where they may relapse? You know, I just watched Jacqueline Glenn's video, and she talked about Eugenia Cooney, and I don't really want to bring her too much into this, but the fact that he decided to do a documentary on her right when she got out of essentially, you know, a rehabilitation center for her eating disorder, decided to monetize that and make money off of it. And while she's an adult and could have said no, who's gonna say no to someone who has a 22 million person fan base, who could literally bring your channel to astronomical heights? You know, it's kind of hard to say no to that. She could have, but also I'm sure she didn't want to. When you have an eating disorder, it's kind of ingrained, and you don't, I doubt that you really think about it consciously, like, and especially the fact that I really do feel like she kind of was in denial a lot, which I think is natural with the eating disorder as well. I can't speak too much to it because I honestly don't have all the information I need. You know, that's my opinion. I don't think that he should have done that. And then at the end of the Jake Paul series, at the very end, you know, it seems like the music and everything, it just portrayed him in a light that was like, he's misunderstood. Like, you know, you really just like gotta understand him, like try to understand, which I think is also wrong. You know, you're validating someone's bad actions. I don't know much about Jake Paul either, but I know that there's been a lot of things that have happened that are not right. And then now, I mean, you're using clips and drama to increase your views and get more people watching and clicking on your video. And I also think it's wrong that Shane has, it seems like, a really hard time taking accountability and, you know, understanding why people don't necessarily forgive the actions that he's done. I mean, I know in his video he did say, I'll understand if, you know, people don't forgive me and I'm ready to lose everything. But like, I feel like there was really little accountability taken there too. Like, I feel like it was very vague and very unspecific. With everything that's going on right now, you don't think that you could have said something. You don't think that you could have been more specific. You don't think you could have addressed it head on. And you even admit that your previous videos were like you just doing it essentially out of like obligation or fear or whatever you said. But like, it kind of seemed like this one was the same way. It didn't seem like there was much of a genuine, I understand what I've done and I really am sorry for it. I don't know. I think that a lot of people have mixed emotions on Shane right now, but that's besides the point. And then I really also didn't like the tweet that was put out about James and how he said that he got handed a slice of humble pie and that it was necessary and that Tati just really came for his neck. And like, I don't think that was right either, because, you know, if he's really such a victim of bullying and things of that nature, you would think that you would know better than to put something like that out there. And then he came back and said, you know, it was a joke, but it's not a joke. And the things that have come out against you for allegedly, you know, cursing out James Charles on the phone with Jeffree, you know, for just all the things that you've said, and then including James and your, you know, your little trailer, it's bullying. And again, huge platform. And then you're still coming for James. James is he was 19, like literally, or 20 or whatever age, it doesn't even matter. You have that type of success, you have those type of views, you have that type of money. I'm sorry, but it's bound to happen at some time to where your head inflates. And that goes honestly for all ages too. I mean, look at our president. People, their heads get big when they have a lot of success. And while I think that people do need to kind of learn to humble themselves a little bit, it's not right for you to bully somebody into doing that. And then also on top of that, it's not right to sit here and claim that you're so poor and so relatable and that you just don't have as much money as all these other YouTubers when you know damn well how much money you really have. That might be had now. But I'm sure you made enough off of the Shane and ex-Jeffree collection. So conclusively, I do think that Shane has had this coming for a very long time. I'm surprised that it's held out this long. I think that Jeffree definitely did help expedite the process a little bit. If he would have never aligned with Jeffree, do I think that Shane may have never been canceled? Probably, because, you know, things are just coming to light. He's gotten into the beauty world and the beauty drama and, as he likes to call it, the problematic, the place where people don't have friends and everyone's always talking behind each other's back because he's only involved with those problematic people. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Looks like you fell in. You're a little too deep in now though, huh? I am really catty in this video. I might need to tone it down, right? So now, on to the biggest fish, in my opinion, Jeffree Star. I think that Jeffree Star is probably the worst out of everybody, if I'm being completely honest. Jeffree Star is one of the people who's still, till this day, completely horrible to his fans, completely horrible to people around him, thinks that it is a personality trait to bully people, a personality trait to try to blackmail people and say, I have dirt on everybody. It's not a personality trait. It's not funny. It's not fun to gaslight people. It's not fun to manipulate people. I'm so sorry, I do not remember his name right now. If I can find it, I'll put it here. But he literally told somebody who had worked on one of his campaigns when they came out against him that he sent a voice message and said,
that is the most craziest, manipulative, most insane thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I know you're upset. Your boyfriend left you. He stopped loving you. Your roommate moved out. You attacked Fenty, they didn't respond, and now people are coming for you for supporting me. So you're trying to flip the script, make up a bunch of lies, and make me the devil.
But that is so manipulative. When he came out, he was scared of Jeffree. When Blair came out talking about this, she was scared of Jeffree. When Tati came out, scared of Jeffree. People are scared for a reason, because he is scary. He says that he's gonna find this stuff on you, that he's gonna expose you for this, that he's gonna do this, that, the other. He has so much money. Who knows what he could do? You know, it's just, he's a bad person. Has always been a bad person and will always be a bad person. He will not change. I have followed him since the MySpace days, and I have absolutely no proof of this. I could not show you, but I specifically remember I used to follow him because I thought, oh my gosh, you know, so quirky, so cool, so new, so interesting, wow. And I used to follow him, and he went on tour with this guy named Daniel Lucas or Daniel Hilton. You can look him up and just type in with Jeffree Star, whatever. And literally, I remember this bulletin he posted on MySpace so specifically because it was the moment that I knew that he was a piece of shit. He literally said that he threw that man's luggage and all of his belongings off of the tour bus in the middle of nowhere, and he left him. Imagine, these people don't have very much money. Jeffree, he's even self-admitted he didn't have much money then. I'm sure Daniel Lucas didn't have much money then. He was literally just kind of like the side piece of Jeffree Star as far as like the fame portion goes. Sorry, Daniel, if you're like somebody now, I don't know. But kicked him off because he found out that he had done drugs or maybe had an addiction. Instead of, I don't know, helping your friend or doing something to try to, you know, make sure that they get better, you throw all their stuff off of the bus and then you decide to publicly put it out there. And that's a trend that has followed Jeffree till this day. He still does the same things. He still hurts the same people. And it's just so wrong, and it's so irritating to see him continue to get away with things. I bought the Shane X Jeffree collection, and I even did a giveaway on my channel, and the video is still up, and I really regret doing that, and I really did it more so for Shane. Obviously, all of that has changed now with my opinions on things. I think I bought that a little bit more out of ignorance and not realizing the extent of what he really did, because I haven't watched that Shane in a long time. I knew that he was problematic and he had done things, but I didn't really realize how in-depth and how bad they were until all of this kind of surfaced. So, I mean, my opinions have definitely changed now, and I would never have bought that. I also have bought one other thing from Jeffree, and that was the liquid lips, and there's a reason I've never talked about the products on here. Number one, the liquid lips are not all they're hyped up to be. They're really not that great. I brought the Pride collection. Half of them are so unpigmented that you have to build layer after layer. So they're really not that great. I mean, you could get it from literally anywhere else. And then on top of that, the palettes, they're cool or whatever, but now knowing just all this stuff, I would never make another purchase. I have the Alien palette that was gifted to me. I'm done with that. I will never support Jeffree Star, and that's why that was really my only video that's ever mentioned anything of his, because I did know his past, and I was still stupid to even buy the things that I bought. But I truly think that Jeffree Star absolutely lives for the drama. I think that honestly that he's manipulated Shane. I think that he's manipulated Tati. I think that he has manipulated every single person that has ever come into his life, because I don't think he can stop manipulating them. I think that that is who he is, and that he can't just have a regular friendship, that he can't just have someone in his life that he likes and that, you know, he respects them and they respect him. It can't be like that. I think Jeffree likes having control over every single situation, and I think Jeffree likes to mold people to fit his narrative and benefit him, and then the moment that they're no longer beneficial, he doesn't really care what happens. I mean, that's my opinion, and that's what I feel like I've seen of him. It's really sad to see, because everyone who comes into his life, they either exit it and say how horrible he was, such as the Trisha Paytas video that just came out, if you've watched that. I even called him out one time on, there was someone who commented, what was it? A picture of a look they did on a post that it really wasn't appropriate for them to comment that on that. But instead of saying, or ignoring, you know, hey, you know, this really isn't the time to do this. I would really appreciate it if you guys, you know, showed me your looks on other things, like other posts, maybe regarding makeup, but this isn't really the time, and I'd appreciate it if you guys stopped doing that. I don't care if you have to say that a million times. If you're irritated, you still don't get to come after. You don't get to go after somebody when you have a following of millions of people that are, you know, are gonna attack them. And especially when they're following your example of how you attack people. It's wrong. And I don't understand why he still has the fan base that he has. I think it's because people did like to think, oh, he's so real, you know, he just keeps everything so real. He doesn't keep anything real, he's just mean. And he's just horrible to people. And on top of that, just kind of going back to the actual James drama that happened, Jeffree keeps playing this voice message for everybody that you keep hearing about in everyone's video that is allegedly information that is about James, the allegations that were originally put against him, proving them, yet it keeps circulating and people keep hearing it and people just keep hearing it and hearing it and hearing it, but yet no one's come out. And I understand that it's really nobody's place to out this person, but at what point does this keep getting shared and shared and shared and shared, and people keep getting this audio message and they know who it is and it's a credible person who they can actually speak out and say, you know, something needs to be done. I don't know the solution because I know that it would be horrible to be outed as a victim, like if it is in fact true, but I mean, something has to happen. And Jeffree, it's wrong that he's played that for so many people too, because like, who are you to do that? Who are you to sit here and place someone who is a victim, who you probably manipulated? You're sitting here and playing a victim's voice message to you, to all of these other huge YouTubers? Like, what is wrong with you? Now they're stuck with that burden of what do? I can't imagine being in that position because, you know, it would go through my mind, you know, James is being accused of this. Did James do it? There's so many variables, and like Tati's video was very vague on it because she said that it scared her, but it was part of a bigger conversation. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean that you don't think that he did it? Or do you think that there's more to the story and that like this is being blown out of proportion? Who is this person who is making these allegations against James, and are they true or not? And honestly, that's really what's going to kind of be a determining factor for a lot of things. And until that comes out, I don't think we'll really know the truth. But at the end of the day, you can search Shane Dawson's videos. You can search Jeffree Star's videos where he's said that he poured battery acid on a client's face to lighten their skin in a skit. You can search the problematic things that have happened between both of those people. And I really do also feel like Jeffree Star is the epicenter of drama, of people being canceled, you know, just being bullied. And it's really, really unfortunate that that's the person that we have towards the top on YouTube. Should have never happened. But people love problematic people. People love the drama. They live for it. So, I mean, I guess I get it. I mean, unfortunately, we are a society, I feel like, who loves to talk about stop bullying, stop this, stop that, stop. But then we put these people right at the top. And we then, once they get there, we feign to be alongside them because we want the fame. We want this, we want that. Instead of continuing to keep your morality in check and realize how bad these people really are. So I think that that's pretty much all I have to say. Again, I'm gonna actually leave some links in my bio down below for places you can go to sign petitions, to donate if you want. If by chance some miracle happens and I get to 1,000 subscribers, if this video does get monetized, anything would go to charity as well. And I think that that's a big lesson that everyone should take away who is a bigger creator and is making apologies because you know they get a lot of views, and you should be monetizing your videos regardless of whether it's awkward or you feel like it's not the right type of video to put it on, and donate that money. Don't pocket it, because then we gonna come for you. I hope you enjoyed this rant and my view on the whole situation. Like I said, I have absolutely no idea what the truth is. All I know is these people have done some really bad things. It seems like the truth is kind of coming to a head, and hopefully we will see what happens next. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely leave me a comment below on what you think. Do you think that I was wrong on anything? Do you think I should reinvestigate anything? Change my perspective? Like, I'd really like to know what everyone else thinks as well. Do you think that people should be forgiven? Do you think that they shouldn't? Do you think that they, like, let me know what you think. I'd really love to know. There's a lot to discuss. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Or if you are a Jeffree stan or a Shane stan or somebody stan that I really pissed you off, make sure you leave a dislike. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video that probably will be another rant because more is probably gonna come out. And I'm gonna be a drama channel now, okay? Bye! Don't forget to apologize.